Welcome to our first lecture on brainstorming. In today's fast-paced world, creative problem-solving is key to success, and brainstorming is one of the most powerful tools. Have you ever thought about what exactly brainstorming is? Where did it come from, and why is it vital to modern problem-solving? At the end of today's lecture, you will understand the concept and purpose of brainstorming, learn about the history of brainstorming and how it became popular, grasp how brainstorming differs from other idea generation methods. Let's begin with a clear definition of brainstorming. Brainstorming is a technique for generating ideas in response to a specific problem or challenge. It's an essential method for fostering creativity, as it encourages participants to think freely, without judgment, and explore all possibilities, even the wild ones. History of brainstorming. The term brainstorming was coined in the 1940s by American advertising executive Alex Osborne. He noticed that when people worked in groups, they often came up with better and more diverse ideas than alone. He outlined this process in his book Your Creative Power, which set the foundation for brainstorming as we know it today. Osborne's approach emphasized quantity over quality, encouraging participants to throw out as many ideas as possible without worrying whether they were good or bad. Why? Because the idea was to stimulate creative thinking. Sometimes a wild idea could spark a brilliant one. How brainstorming works. Brainstorming sessions typically begin with a clear statement of the problem or question, and participants are invited to contribute ideas freely. The key rules of brainstorming are simple. No judgment. All ideas are welcome, even the crazy ones. Quantity over quality. The more ideas, the better. Building on others' ideas. Collaboration helps generate new perspectives. Stay focused on the topic. Keep the session problem-focused. Unlike other problem-solving methods, such as critical analysis or structured decision-making, brainstorming emphasizes free-flowing creativity and doesn't immediately evaluate or rank ideas. The evaluation comes later after a wide range of ideas has been generated. Why is brainstorming important? Let me tell you a quick story to illustrate the power of brainstorming. In the early days of Apple, when Steve Jobs and his team were working on the Macintosh, they faced a challenge: making their computer powerful and user-friendly. Jobs gathered his team for a brainstorming session. At first, the ideas were all over the place. Some suggested features that seemed impossible to achieve then. But no one was discouraged. Jobs encouraged them to keep pushing the boundaries of what they thought was possible. That session led to the development of the Graphical User Interface, GUI, a revolutionary idea that allowed users to interact with the computer through icons, not just text commands. The rest is history. The story's moral is that brainstorming unlocks innovation by encouraging people to think beyond conventional boundaries. If the Apple team had followed traditional thinking methods, they might never have arrived at the revolutionary GUI concept. Think of brainstorming like planting seeds in a garden. At first, it might seem like you were just scattering random seeds everywhere. Some might not grow, but others will take root and bloom into beautiful, vigorous plants. Similarly, not every idea will be useful in brainstorming, but the sheer variety of ideas planted during the session will eventually lead to something brilliant. The key is to give ideas the freedom to grow without immediate judgment. Follow up. Now that you understand the basics of brainstorming, it's time to dive deeper. Here are some follow-up activities and further reading materials to solidify your knowledge. Assignment. Organize a 15-minute brainstorming session with a small group of friends or classmates on a topic of your choice. Follow the key rules we discussed. No judgment. Focus on quantity and encourage building on ideas. After the session, review the ideas and discuss which ones have potential for further development. Let's discuss. What surprised you about brainstorming? Do you have any personal experiences where brainstorming helped solve a problem? Feel free to share your feedback, comments, or discussion board.